Hello, hello, hello. My name is Everything Explained, and today we are going to be taking a look at some scary animated stories. So let's go on and get into this. If you enjoy it, like, subscribe. Let me know what you may talk about next in the comment section, and let's take a look at this. My computer fucking hates me. My computer really fucking hates me. Here we go.
This happened when I was only 5 years old. I remember that my family was coming back home from my grandparents' cottage.
I'm sorry. I just what kind of truck flies like that? Like what? This kid got quite the imagination, eh?
I remember that my family was coming back home from my grandparents' cottage that day. While on the way home, I started to have an extremely painful toothache. It was so strong that I was crying and screaming out in pain.
That scream sounds like a newborn baby scream.
So my mom was so strong that I was crying and screaming out in pain. So my mom searched the internet for the nearest hospital. Unfortunately,
Bro, I swear that sounds like a fucking toddler.
the only one around the area we were in was a mental hospital, which
For a Alright, I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt. You never know. This could turn out great.
only had a dentist room for the patients of the hospital and for some emergency situations. As my mom was nervous about the patients, we immediately ran to the dentist's room. The dentist was in his early 40s, bald, and I remember that he had a really weird, kind of funny look about him. As we walked in, I guess he was annoyed about the fact that I was crying back then. "Hey, kid, shut up. Real men don't cry," he said.
I don't think that's a real dentist.
I was just a 5-year-old boy. My dad got pissed off, but he controlled himself because we weren't able to find another doctor. Suddenly, the dentist became super sweet and told me to sit on the chair.
Man, what the fuck? Alright, at this point, I'd be like, you know what, man? Let's just fucking rub some rum on that bitch and just hope for the best, man. We'll be home in 2 hours.
While he was checking my mouth, he seemed kind of nervous, but he was also saying some jokes to my 7-year-old brother. My brother started laughing, and then what the dentist did almost made my heart drop.
Man, what the fuck, man? Like, where are the parents at? This nigga laughing like he had a Dave Chappelle show.
He screamed to my brother, "Stop laughing or I'll take your brother's teeth out."
Man, what the fuck is up with this dude and noise?
One by one. It was enough. He was a weirdo, and at that point, my dad was furious.
It took you this long to intervene? Oh, these are your children.
He was about to beat up this madman, but thankfully my mom calmed him down.
Dang, what the fuck, man? That must have been like a slow. This nigga must fucking punch slow as a fucking turtle, nigga. He grabbed that nigga by the fucking shirt and said, "Rrrr." Like, no, what? This nigga just threatened to fucking like take your son's mouth out.
Of course, my brother got scared and started crying.
Not this nigga now. Oh no, now this nigga really fucking triggered. He's like, him too? I fucking swear, bro. This is the type of nigga to fucking have a pair of binoculars in his car and sit outside of his ex-girlfriend's house at 2 in the morning.
He told him to get out because he was so annoying that he couldn't do his work. So dad got out with my brother and
Nigga, what the fuck? That was like a 7-year-old kid. Why the hell did he carry him out?
mom stayed with me. Being
Wait, what the fuck? After all this, you're still gonna let this nigga work on your son's mouth?
paranoid, my mom didn't feel comfortable about leaving 5-year-old me behind with a weird stranger.
But you were gonna leave your 5-year-old son with this nigga? Bro, I swear, if these niggas aren't parents of the fucking year, then goddamn it, I don't know who is.
I remember clearly that he looked at me in a very weird way that gave me the creeps.
That nigga looks like he's on fucking meth.
Just then, Mom asked him if she could use the toilet that was in the room. Oh, Oh, sorry, ma'am. This isn't a restroom. It's a room we keep old stuff, he said. But we could clearly see the restroom sign on the door, and even hear the noise of running water that the toilet made. From that moment until the end, the dentist seemed anxious. He was sweating and his hands were shaking. When he finished with my tooth, we immediately left and went home, and my mom called her sister to tell her everything about the incident. A week after, my aunt called my mom. "Did you see the news?" She told us that she saw a dentist who had killed a woman in her late 20s, and he was keeping her in his clinic's bathroom for almost a week. And the place was the same hospital where we had gone before. Shaking her hands, Mom turned on the TV. And there he was. It was the same man who had checked my tooth. That explained his weird behavior and why he didn't let my mom use the bathroom.
Man, I don't know how many fucking red flags y'all needed. I mean, good God. This nigga fucking looked like Alien versus Predator, nigga, on meth. Why would you trust this nigga in your child's mouth? This nigga didn't even look like he knew what he was doing. He grabbed that fucking scalpel like it was a fucking piece of fried chicken. God damn. I thought dentists were supposed to be, like, steady at the hand. This nigga was fucking shaking the whole time, and they acknowledged it, too. Excuse me.
A dead body was only a few meters away from me and my family. The dentist was
If that shit was sitting there for weeks, like, wouldn't that shit smell, like, through the door? I mean, like, damn, I'm not gonna get into it.
diagnosed with schizophrenia and finally sentenced to death. I'm so glad that my mom didn't go to the bathroom anyway. And from my experience, I learned something that I want to share with you guys. If you ever notice that someone has a weird behavior that makes you feel uncomfortable,
Tonight, I'll be eating. You know what?
don't just stay there. Find an excuse and immediately leave. And this might save your life.
Man, bro, you talking about yeah, y'all should do what he does, you know. But hey, that was me. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like I said, this nigga would think he had the fucking upper hand, but nigga, at the end of the situation, that nigga would be up, all right, up in the fucking sky. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do part 2 in just a moment, but if you enjoyed that video, like, subscribe, let me know what we talk about next. You actually can check out my last video. It should just be, oh, shoot, I don't know why I'm pointing over there. Should actually just be right over there. I have not slept in a while, and if you want to know why I haven't been sleeping, that'll be right there in that story. Nice little brief, in detail, fucking, whatever you want to call it, I guess. Like I said, just a little fucking short, talking about where I've been the last 10 days. It's interesting, probably explains where this comes from, maybe not. But, anyway, my name is Everything Explained. Like, again, check that video out. Should be right there. Also, let me know what you may talk about in the comments section. And again, I'm about to do part 2 to this animated story, so I will see you in just a second, and I will catch you in the next one.